Welcome to my YouTube channel, Crazy. In this video, I'm going to talk about 3 recent events that happened around the world, involving severe floods caused by heavy rain and typhoons. Let's get started. The first event is the flood that hit New York City and New Jersey in the United States. This flood was triggered by a powerful storm system that brought record-breaking rainfall to the region. According to the National Weather Service, Central Park in Manhattan recorded 3.15 inches of rain in 1 hour, breaking the previous record of 1.94 inches set on August 21, 2021. The storm also spawned several tornadoes in New Jersey and Pennsylvania. The flood caused widespread disruption and damage in the city and its suburbs. Many streets and subway stations were inundated with water, stranding cars and commuters. Some people had to be rescued from their vehicles or rooftops by emergency workers. The flood also triggered power outages, gas leaks, and building collapses. At least 16 people died in New York City and New Jersey as a result of the flood. The governors of both states declared a state of emergency and urged residents to stay indoors and avoid travel. The flood exposed the vulnerability of New York City's aging infrastructure and drainage system to extreme weather events. Many experts and officials blamed climate change for making such storms more frequent and intense. They called for more investment and action to upgrade and adapt the city's infrastructure to cope with future floods. The second event is the Typhoon Kampasu. Kampasu was the 14th named storm of the 2021 Pacific typhoon season. It formed on October 3rd near Guam and intensified into a typhoon on October 5th. It made landfall in Taitung County in southeastern Taiwan on October 6th, with maximum sustained winds of 155 km/h 96 inch, equivalent to a Category 2 hurricane on the Saffir-Simpson scale. Kampasu brought strong winds and heavy rain to Taiwan, especially in the eastern and southern parts of the island. Many areas recorded more than 300 (12 inches) of rain in 24 hours, with some places receiving over 600 (24 inches), or even over 1,000 (39 inches) of rain. The rain caused flash floods, landslides, mudslides, and rockfalls in many locations. Some roads, bridges, and buildings were damaged or destroyed by the water or debris. The typhoon also disrupted power supply, transportation, communication, and education services. Kampasu killed 1 person and injured 356 others in Taiwan, according to the Central Emergency Operations Center. More than 10,000 people were evacuated from their homes due to the risk of flooding or landslides. The typhoon also affected some offshore islands and coastal areas of mainland China, where it brought gusty winds and rain. Kampasu weakened into a tropical storm after crossing Taiwan and dissipated over the South China Sea on October 7th. The third event is the flood that occurred in Scotland. This flood was caused by a low-pressure system that moved across Scotland from west to east, bringing persistent and heavy rain to many parts of the country. According to the Met Office, some places received more than 100 4 inches of rain in a day, which is more than the average monthly rainfall for October. The flood affected several regions in Scotland, including Aberdeenshire, Angus, Dundee, Fife, Perthshire, Stirlingshire, and West Lothian. Many rivers overflowed their banks and flooded nearby towns and villages. Some roads were closed or impassable due to water or landslides. Some homes and businesses were flooded or damaged by the water or debris. The flood also disrupted rail services and forced some schools to close. The flood prompted hundreds of emergency calls and rescues by firefighters, police officers, coast guards, and volunteers. At least 2 people died in the flood: a woman who was swept away by a river in Aberdeenshire and a man who was found dead in a car submerged in water in Fife. The Scottish government activated its emergency response system and offered support and assistance to the affected communities. The flood highlighted the need for more preparedness and resilience to cope with extreme weather events in Scotland. Many experts and officials warned that climate change would increase the frequency and severity of such floods in the future. They urged for more investment and action to improve the flood defenses and drainage systems, as well as to reduce greenhouse gas emissions. That's all for this video. I hope you learned something new and interesting about these 3 events. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, Crazy, for more videos like this. Thank you for watching and see you next time.